Hey guys, Frank here, your virtual general aviation aviator, and today I am in the Phenom 300 by Aerobask. Now, this is a light jet, and as if any of you guys watch my channel, then you know that I pretty much have been a prop guy, um, flying low and slow. But it's time that I learn to fly high and fast. So I'm my breaking in my teeth. Now let's see, what do we want to do? We want to get this. Okay, this is the order of events that I think I'm gonna try. First I'm gonna power on the avionics, load in my flight plan. Then I'm gonna start the aircraft, and taxi to the prevalent runway and hopefully take off. So let's turn our traffic global labels off. Okay, so we know we got traffic out there, so we don't actually need to see those labels. All right, so let's close this oxygen or restore it. And let's go with battery one and battery two. All right, so that should start up my avionics. And I guess we don't need this guy right now, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. And go ahead and touch our soft key and start our flight plan.
System test okay.
Okay, our tall systems test is okay. Terrain awareness. All right, and we kind of know what we might want to do. I've got a ForeFlight app set up, and
TCAS test pass.
TCAS test pass. So in this ForeFlight app, you can see I got some weather, and fortunately my route for the most part is scooting around the weather. The weather's actually moving off to the east, so that plays in my favor. Okay, and let's just clean up this a little bit. So this is the route that we want to take, and our route really and truthfully is is to Charlotte. So we'll start off by loading in Charlotte. Okay, Charlie, Lima, and Tango. And we enter that. And it does take some acclimation to get used to using this FMC. Um, that was, just the little stuff, the little quirks of using some of the equipment have been a holdback for me because, um, when I come sim, I want to fly. And I love learning new stuff, but if new stuff means taxing the the old cells in the noggin, then it becomes work. And so I've avoided working on flight simming. Um, it's been a pastime, and I want to keep it a pastime unless I intend to do any of this stuff in the real world, in which case I would tax the old cells in the noggin to learn this stuff, including um, exercising the getting back to using mental math, which in my younger days I did a lot of, but I got away from it, and now to add two plus two, I get 3.5 unless I think about it, in which case I get 4. All right, so that's just a quick way of saying that I'm out of practice with mental math. All right, so anyway, so we are going to fly a standard departure out of Manassas here. So let's go to our procedure and select a departure, and we know we want the Gabby one, which is what what the IROC is in X-Plane. I don't have a Navigraph subscription, so I don't have everything synchronized. However, if I find myself doing a lot of IFR, then I might consider getting that subscription. Anyway, enter, and every time I get here, I get reminded that I need to determine which runway I want. So the ADAS for for Manassas is let's see, info. It's 125, 175. All right, so let's go to COM2 and let's go to 175 on the lower band and 125 on the higher band. Flip that in and start COM2 and take a listen. All right, so let me back out so I can find my comms, and it's over here. Okay, so I don't think I have, see, now why am I not hit the right button? Yep, got the right button. And, 120, I got 124. So I got the wrong frequency in. So there we go. Flip it again.
Manassas Regal Harry P. Davis Information Uniform.
Uniform.
1800 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 7, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3200 scattered, 34,500 overcast, temperature 28, dew point 22. Altimeter 2994. Arriving runways 16 left, 16 right, departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Advise on initial contact you have uniform.
Okay, so I was late grabbing my ink pen, but looks like winds are 200 at 7. And
Manassas Regal Harry P. Davis Information Uniform. 1800 Zulu weather. Wind 200 at 7, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3200 scattered, 34,500 overcast, temperature 28, dew point 22. Altimeter 2994. Arriving runways 16 left,
okay,
16 right, departing runways 16.
so we know we want 16, and I think I'm on the. I think I'm gonna need 16 left. So just looking at it on the 4Flight app, I'm here. So I come up here and taxi out to Bravo to 16. Okay. 16 left, that is. Okay. So that's checked. All right. So we want 16 left. Enter that. And looking at the chart, not the chart, but the ForeFlight app, then what I have determined is that I want the Lynchburg transition, um, which is here, and yeah, Lynchburg, and then from there I can transition to the from Lynchburg to the Chrysler 4, which in my rack I think is going to be the Chrysler 1. So some things may not quite line up, but we will do whatever we need to do to make it happen. All right, so the altimeter, I need to put that in. That was 2994 while I'm thinking about it. 29994. Okay, so we are roughly at 178, 100, yeah, 178 feet. MS means MSL. Okay, and we don't want to burn that battery down too much, so we better keep moving along here and enter that, and we're going to load it. All right, and our transition, our arrival is going to be Charlotte. So we want to come back here to menu, not menu, clear, um, procedure, and select an arrival. And we'll worry about an approach a little later. Okay, and then enter. And we know we want the Chrysler. I thought I said Chrysler 1, but it's the Chrysler 3 on the ForeFlight app. The latest one is Chrysler 4. All right, and then we'll transition at Lynchburg. And we'll consult ForeFlight for the best runway at this time. Let's see, Charlotte. Let's close. Okay. Procedure, arrival, Chrysler, Lynchburg, and 1-8. Well, that's what I got selected. 3-6 is going to be the best win at this time. And for Charlotte, our FBO is right here, is on the right. So let's just remove that and just re-enter the procedure. Procedure, arrival, and again, in reality, for X-plane, I'm using the Chrysler 4 or the Chelsea 4. I'm not sure which is correct. So we want to enter on 3-6 right, add that to the route. Okay, so moving along, we got that in. And we know which runway we want now. So that's runway 18 right, 36 right. There it is there. Let's scroll down, make sure 36 right. And it's interesting that I don't have a center in Charlotte, even though center actually exists. Okay, so back at Manassas here. All right, so now let's get this guy started up. All right, so go ahead and turn generator 1 on and gen 2. And We go, you know what? I actually downloaded today. I think I may have downloaded, well, I don't want to get off, but I think I might have downloaded a C-list script for this aircraft. No, open checklist. No, I didn't. Okay. Um, let's see. And then let's turn both of these on auto um, and cross feed the pneumatics. All right. Hydraulic pumps can come on, both left and right. Pumps, the fuel cross feeds are both on and, um, well, in neutral. Okay. And seatbelt signs are on. I'm not going to worry about the windshield heat just yet. Ice protection, and I'm going to come on down and turn my ignition to auto. I'm not sure whether they should be on and then start it and then back to auto, but I think I think Embraer made starting this jet as simple as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my left engine off and start on my right engine first. Kind of look out there, and this is just an old VFR habit that I've developed to just take a look around. And there's no need to yell a clear prop to yellow. All right, and that engine is coming alive. And I got a good start. Okay. Now, for some reason, earlier I was getting hot starts occasionally on my left engine, but let's see what happens. It would peak red and hang and then come down, but I'm getting a good start. Say, so I am happy as a lark. All right. And all right. So let's go up here and arm our ELT. And I missed turning on the strobes before I started it when I looked around. I There's a reason I missed it. I tend to leave my beacon on my prop planes 100% of the time. So when the power comes on, the beacon comes on, and when I crank, all I have to do is hold clear prop. But I'm not in a prop. Okay. Anyway, so let's get this guy turned off. All right. And I guess we're going to flip on our taxi lights and go back up here to Manassas and get my frequencies. Okay, so ground is 121.8, clearance delivery is 122. So if we were doing it right, we would start out with clearance delivery and get it and pick up our IFR. So let's go up here. Yeah, and 120. And I know you guys got to be having a hard time seeing this because I am. 120.2. So that's that has been one of the things that has held me back from using the G1000, just having to strain my eyes to see stuff. And ground is 127, 120, 121.8. Okay, so let's go to 8 here. And 121. Okay, so, and my call sign is actually Phenom 7566 Mike. Let me write that down. Okay, write everything down right. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Got some sort of allergy and it's been making me cough. So, for the first time in my life, I've been having to use a bronchodilator. But enough about me. All right. Anybody on the frequency? Manassas clearance delivery Phenom 7566 Mike is ready to copy. And what I should have said is, let me redo this because I am learning. So this is what this video is about. Clearance delivery Phenom 7566 Mike is ready to copy IFR clearance to Charlotte. That's better. And they would tell me to, they would hash back what's in the chart. So let's take a look at the chart. And uh, and I want to go down, down. Okay, I can pull it. All right, so there's the airport there. I'm taking off on 1-6, so that's going to be a right-hand turnout. Um, so, and I don't know what the 710 mean, but that's going to be a right-hand turnout to Gabby. Okay, then I am going to take the 217 radio to Danu. That's the wrong. Is that the wrong one? Let's see. Um, yeah, I think it's actually I am going to go to glance for see if there's any verification on that flight plan. Yeah, I'm going to go to glance, and then from glance to Lynchburg. Okay, so I need to go back here and modify my flight plan because I didn't put that Lynchburg waypoint in. All right. Well, yes, it is. It picked it up here. Okay, it picked it up on the arrival. So when I transition from glance to the arrival, I'm gonna leave this flight plan the way it is. So I'm on the Gabby 1 Lynchburg transition. So I'm thinking that it knows here. I'm thinking that it knows here to go to Lynchburg. Okay, so back to glance, and then and my cruising altitude for this flight is going to be 30. So, this is the blind leading the blind. I don't have anybody to ask these questions, but I'm thinking that between Gabby and Scram, I need to be between 18 and 6,300. Between Scram and Danco, I need to be between um, I need to be between this 12 and 4. I'm thinking that's what this means. And once I pass Danu, then I can climb on up into the flight levels and hit my cruising altitude. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking that means. All right, so let's go back here, and we know we want a right turnout, and let's say that ATC clearance delivery would give me um, fly runway heading for 1 minute right turnout. Um, I don't know how they would phrase that, but but depart runway 14 and right turnout direct to Gabby at or below 4,000, and of course, so let's change this altitude to 4,000 at or below 4,000, and at or below uh, at or below 4,000, and then it give me a squawk code, squawk 4324, and then they give me my clearance delivery frequency, departure frequency, which is departure on 128.52. Okay, so let me do a read back. All right. And I'm not sure how to call this right turnout. Depart depart on a right turnout at or below 4,000, squawk 4324, departure on 128.52, Phenom 7566 Mike. And if that's correct, then they would tell me readback's correct. So now I can put in the squawk code. And okay, so that's gonna be this guy here, code, and that was 4324. 4324. And we will make that excuse me, 4324, and then we'll make that, that's what we want, make that transmit, okay, altitude reporting is what I'm trying to think of, okay, and then got a squawk code in. Let's clear our CAS, crew alert system messages, and that's pretty easy to do. Turn this guy to both, and we got a door open, and close baggage aft door. Okay, so we got that done, and so at or below 4,000. that done. And then then we can go ahead and taxi to 1/6 left. Okay. And not sure where 1/6 left is at. So Mr. Four Flight knows. And let's close this guy here. And and let's go ahead and run our test right quick. Since we got a CAS message that says we should do that, and get our mouse to work. Okay, so and that should be ice protection.
Fire. Fire.
I said ice protection. I was looking at the wrong end of this thing. Smoke detection. Um, and then another fire test. Engine fire 1,
Fire.
engine fire
Fire.
2. Only got 2. All right. And then stall protection. Stall check.
Stall.
All right, that cleared that message.
Stall. Stall.
And then ice protection. Well, don't know why I'm not getting any messages or anything. Okay. So now we just need to put our V references in. Okay, so on this flight, let's see, let's go back. Didn't mean to close. There we go. And on this flight, if I look at my performance charts, actually, is it performance that I want? Yeah, I think it is. And I want to go to pages. It's 83 pages. And right now I got a dry runway. So in for mode, into ice, takeoff analysis, simplify takeoff for dry runway. Okay, my outside air temperature is 29 degrees Celsius. So that's gonna be right here where this 30 is at. And plus. So zoom in. Okay. And what's my weight? Let's look at my weight. And with the fuel and passengers I'm on board, my total mass is 18,226 pounds, or 8267 kilograms. Okay. So I think this is the kilograms. Let's see, I need to actually go up and look at my columns. Okay, so I'm limited to 8340, so I'm within that limit. And back to 30, I'm at 29, so my VREFs is going to be 110, 110, and 120. 110, 110, and 120. Okay, so I got my VREFs, so let's get those loaded in. So we'll go here and go to aircraft, ground operations, V speeds, and change that to 110, 110, and VFS. FS is I think VFS is one engine, so we'll leave it there. But I think V2, V1. So I think V. Let's look back at this thing here. That's the thing with learning, guys. It's sometimes it can be a slow, painful process, right? And whether or not it's painful, it's slow. All right. And so I need to see that heading. Okay, so V1, VR, and V2. So so yeah, V2 is 120. So climb out at 120 with the weight that I'm in, and I need um, I need 1,200, just under 1,227 feet of runway to take off. All right, so that's how that reads. All right, so let's get back out and let's just turn our map on here so that we can see where we are on the ground. And we got a map here. All right, so that helps. That map really does help me get out of this parking lot. All right, and let's flip the ground here. Manassas ground. Phenom 7566 Mike is ready to taxi. I hate when I do this. Sorry, guys. I would leave that thing on every day of the week. Taxi to runway 16 left via taxiway Bravo. Phenom 7566 Mike. All right. So taxi light is on. Strobes and nav is on. Turn strobes off because I don't want to blind anybody. And release our brakes. Brakes are released, and let's do it. Give it a little torque here. Clear left and clear right. I think technically you want to clear the window that you're turning away from first because you don't want to put that wing into anything. But who knows? I don't. All right. So let's go here and pick up Bravo. And we're getting there, guys. Hoping you can hear these jet engines. And look at the clouds. All right, just checking my GPS, and it looks like the flight plan is in, clear to the left and clear to the right. All right. You know, one thing that I gotta say, and I keep saying it over and over, is I cannot I cannot memorize my left and my right. I always have to work it out. Um, Now I can remember it short. I can remember it short term. Like right now, I know this is my left, so my left is that way. But I constantly have to work it out. Okay, so let's pick up Bravo here. I think actually we already had our runway. That's a good thing. All right, so we'll come here and hold short, tune the tower. Tower was, did I not put tower in? Uh, Tower was 133. I apparently didn't put it in. All right, so tower was 133, 1. And the big knob. And let's go ahead and drop um, clearance, not clearance, but departure in, which was 128.52. And so with all these things that you have to do, 128.58, 52 is what I want. With all these things, let me try to zoom in so you can see these numbers. Um, 52 and 128. With all these things that you got to do, you can see why. Look at this guy. This is traffic global here, and I am not moving. Sometimes I would get out of the way, but I guess I got collision turned off, so I won't collide with him. All right, so I'm just gonna treat him like he's not there, and landing lights can come on. Windshield heat can come on, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on ice protect. Well, yeah, I'm gonna turn on ice protection now because I know I'm going up into the. Well, I don't know what's realistic. I'm gonna leave ice protection off for a minute. Okay, and go ahead and drop in 10 degree, 1 notch of flaps
Okay.
and check my takeoff configurator, and it says I'm good to go. All right, landing lights are on. All right, and back out where I can see my instruments and the runway, and this guy in this Cessna is not there. That's just a figment of your imagination. Okay, we only need 1200, and that reminds me, there's another step that I miss, and that is to see what my torque power need to be. So let's look that up right quick. Aircraft, and I think that's going to be up here. out. Yeah, pressure altitude. I'm right here between 0 and 100. Outside air temperature is 30. Come on. Outside air temperature is, let's have to go to the next page, I think. Let's see. Performances, okay. And then next page. Okay, right here, this is the chart that I want. And static air is 30. Yeah, right at 30. And so I need 89, 89 on for my takeoff power. Load and brakes. Get 89. I always wonder why these jets would just sit there for a second and throttle up. So I'm at 86, 87, 89. All right, brakes released. Airspeed's alive. I'm gonna rotate at 110, climb out at 120. Rotate. Pitch for 120. Gear up. Flaps up. And we want to do that right turnout. Hmm. Looks like a left turnout. No, it's a right turnout. Screwed that up, but this is a learning flight. So, okay, and then pull that power back and stay below 4,000 because we don't want to get above 200 knots in this airspace. And let's turn our yaw damper on, our autopilot on, and our nav, and let's let the autopilot take us to where we want to be. So let's say clear, flight plan, and direct to Gabby. So that's the leg that I want. And let's clear, big wheel, keep on turning, direct to Gabby, enter, direct, activate that. And what the hell, excuse my French, but I'm not sure. Let's see, yeah, direct to Gabby, 5 nautical miles. Okay, so I should be good. All right. And capture 1,000 to go to 4,000. And I am on course. I hope. I hope. Uh, okay, yeah, there's Gabby. 145. So I can speed up a little bit. I'm not flying a Cessna here, but I want to stay up under 200 because if I'm not mistaken, I'm still in the Dulles Bravo, just up under the Bravo, maybe. Uh, all right. And as you can see, the weather is IMC. All right. Very good. All right. Landing lights can come off. Strobes should have came on the runway. Missed that. And departure on 128.52. Atomic departure, Phenom 7566 Mike is with you at 4,000. Climb and maintain 5,007 Mike, 66 Mike. So they cleared me to 5,000. And vertical speed up. You would think that that flying the jet would be easier. You know, look at all these people who fly these airliners, and I'm saying to myself, well, the computer's doing all the work. But it's only until I actually start doing it that I realize that the pilot has a lot of work to do too. Okay, so um, at 200 knots, so to speak, um, managing the power myself. And let's take a gander at our flight plan here. Flight plan. All right. So scram and 800 Danu. And let's go ahead and put in some numbers for this. Uh, we want to be at, let's say, is that 34? See what I mean about seeing. Okay, at this flight level at Danum, we want to be up in the clouds here. I mean, up above the weather. And let's give ourselves 20. See, I think 30 was our cruise. So let's see if we can't make 23,000 by Denham. All right, and then Wallace will be at flight level. 3 nautical miles. Okay, climb and maintain 18. 6566 Mike. Okay, and then vertical speed. Add a little torque here. And you can hear it's really bumpy. I mean, it is really bumpy out here at this level. And let's try turning on our flight um, level change to hold 150 on this climb. And now we can go ahead and at Wallace, we want to be at cruise. Now, I I didn't hit enter for Denham, so it didn't take it. But we'll put cruise in at Wallace and let the flight, let the computer calculate what we need to be at Denham. All right. So 130, enter. And don't know if it did, but that's okay. So we're climbing out 80. Let's pull back our right engine a little bit more even with the left engine. All right. So 85 on the N1 torque or the N1%. That's giving us a climb rate of 2100. And we're at 150. Ice protection is on. Outside air temperature is still above freezing. Um, Actually, let's go ahead and ice protection is not on. Windshield heat is on. But let's go ahead and turn on the ice protection now for our engine. And we'll keep our seatbelt sign on. ELT is on. Hydro pumps on. And ain't a lot to look at outside. Okay, so we got Danube and 21 nautical miles. And let's see if we can get back up there and put in some data. Um, Clear. Actually, what I want to do, clear. Right button to get this to move around. All right, and then all right, so I think we said we wanted 18 at that. I don't think we'll make it. 18, enter, enter. All right, and then back that's 18. Okay, so I'm hoping that this would come and do some math for me. And let's do well, 2.5% climb would be fine. Uh, but doesn't look like it's going to do the math. And let's try. I don't think. What am I thinking? You know what? Vertical navigation only work on descents. So yeah, keep that in mind. Only works on descents. All right, so I'm still flying this departure leg. And let's see where we are. All right. So here's Danum, uh, Danos, however that's pronounced, Danu, and we want to be. Hopefully, we could get into flight level by that. We might. Okay, got traffic here, and they are 3,600 feet above us, and these guys 15,000 feet, 15,500 feet below us. Not a factor. And ground speed is 166 knots. Looks like we're gonna make Danum and climb and maintain 30,000. And of course, they would they would hand me off to Washington Center. So I need to go to standard on the yeah, I know. I'm look PDF standard barometer and then standard barometer. Okay, so I am I did make 18 and then they just cleared me to 30. My cruise altitude. So vertical speed and let's get up 2,200 feet a minute. And my plan was to be at 30 by Wallace, which is not going to be an issue. Especially if I do a 150 knot climb, which is not really programmed to do that yet. All right. And just one good habit that I heard is I should always change my heading book to my direction in case I lose my in case I lose my navigation, my nav track, then I can switch the head and stay on course. Okay, 4 nautical miles to Danum, passing through 21,000 feet for 30. All right, check my engine parameters. Okay, NG is 90%. ITT is within limits. And pressure looks good. Battery looks good. Fuel flow is well, got a good fuel flow. Um, One thing about jets, they will drink some milk. Cabin pressure is at 600 feet. Still climbing at 2,100 feet per minute. And I think I'm gonna uh, set my flight level change to 170. Okay. Just going through my parameters here. Um, so I don't know what delta P mean in flaps 750 feet. Okay, so let's get ready to set flight level change at 170. That's 4, 3, 2, 1, set. All right, and I can put my iPad up. And take a gander out the window. Gander, right? And see what the world looked like at 30, en route to 30. Would like to be looking at it in real life. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Oh man, what happened to my altimeter? Not altimeter, but my transponder. I don't know, but I'm back to where I need to be, so I'm good. Ground speed is 234 knots over the ground. True airspeed is 262. So that means that I'm battling a good headwind. So let's look at our winds. PDF, wind, option 2. I got a 35 knot headwind. Um, or a 21 a 21-degree crosswind from the left hit me this way, and a 28-degree headwind. So that's slowing me up significantly over the ground. But I should be leveling off in about 1,500 feet, in which case I should pick up some speed and be able to pull back on the, keep my eye on the N, on the N1% to make sure that I stay within parameters. Okay, now this allergy stuff is no joke. All right, so 500 to go. Light should be off. I think I got my taxi light on. No, it's off. Good. Sometimes I pull it down one notch and think that I got it turned off. Okay. Leave those cockpit panel lights on because that just make it easier to see. And up here I don't need now, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill those. And I'm at 30. I'm at cruise. So let's monitor this guy and speed. Don't see the barber pole, so I'm good. The barber pole is my overspeed indicator. Don't see that. And at this point, guys, it's just a flight until I start my descent. So as you can see, I'm at Wallace almost, and man, I sound terrible, at least to my own ears. Okay, so I'm picking up a good ground speed, so that's going to shave some time. And as you can see, my ground speed is still rising to 341 knots. Estimate to the next waypoint 7 minutes. And I'm just looking at the ForeFlight app data at the bottom. All right, so let's turn off our flight plan. Let's check our weather en route. No weather to speak of. What you're looking at is the remnants of Isa, the tropical storm that approached Florida, and during the time that they were looking for bodies from the collapse of the building. All right, so I am turning. Let's reset this heading book. I should have waited until I got out of the full turn, but close enough. And a little wind shear there. Incidentally, in case you didn't know, I'm using SkyMax Pro to generate the clouds and to track weather. And SkyMax Pro, uh, actually, I'm using real weather. I never turned it on. So let's go ahead and well, I'm still using SkyMax Pro to generate the clouds, but I want to make sure that I tend to use FS Global Real Weather because it does a little bit more with the clouds than explains real weather. So, and I'm glad I checked because I thought I had turned that on, but apparently I didn't. Um, but as you can see, the weather has been changing en route anyway, so we've been good. All right,
High speed, high speed, high speed.
so as you can see, I got my barber pole and I'm way too fast, so let's come off this torque a little bit. And we'll slow down to 290 and try to hold it there. Now, I think if I hit this guy, I think I can lock 290 in. Nope, that didn't do it. All that did was change it to the mark. And to be honest with you, I don't know how to read the mark settings. So let's just scroll this up to 290 and see if we can't figure out how to engage it. All right, so we got that 290. Now, if I only knew how to engage it. What's this CDC? All right, we're approaching Lynch. Now we're approaching, yeah. Okay, so now we just switched to our arrival leg. Sweet. And pull out our arrival chart because we need to know, let's say the chart should be um, airport directory, the Gabby 3 departure, and don't look like I've got that arrival saved. So I'm gonna have to pull it up externally. And like I said, I don't know how to set this uh, to make it fly that speed. In fact, since this doesn't have auto throttle, I don't think I can. Anyway, at least I don't. Yeah, this doesn't have auto throttle. So let's pull up that chart. Just bear with me while I pull it out. And open the browser. I thought I had it loaded in the browser, but apparently I don't. Okay, so I need to go to Sky Vector. Sky Vector. Okay, I'm getting there, guys. All that just to be able to pull this over. Okay, and let me take a quick peek at my cockpit. Make sure that I'm okay. I look okay. And let's pull that chart back up. And let's blow it up. And this is the leg that we're on now. So define that chart. Departure. And it's an arrival, standard terminal arrival. And this comes in two pieces. Okay, so at Lynchburg, okay, world. All right, so looks like by blue, I need to be at, by Blue Jay, I need to be between 4,000 and 7,000, 17. So I'm going east, so I am going to say 15. Again, I don't know if this is proper or not, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. So let's get in this flight plan and scroll down and see if we got the Blue Jay. Okay, so Blue Jay is suggesting 27. and I said I needed to be at. Let's see. Let me see what the. Yeah, okay, so and let me scroll in so you guys can see this because I'm having a hard time seeing this. I know you will. So I need to be at or below 22 at Chelsea or Chrysler or whatever. Well, I don't see a R at Chelsea. And so shall I use what they suggest? Um, and since I don't know better, I think I am just going to use what they suggest. Okay, so let's make that live. Let's make this live. But that don't make sense because if I'm at 16 at Dent, then look like I have to climb back up. But I'm gonna leave it at 16, and we'll stay at 16 till we get to Chris. And we do 12 here, 6,000 here, and then we'll figure out how to. Um, then we'll load an approach as soon as we can verify which runway we want. Okay. So Blue Jay is in 18 nautical miles, and we want 27. Um, let's make our descent rate 3%, and we can go ahead and hit VNAV and start that descent now. Um, and change the altitude and down, 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 down. Okay, maybe it'll grab it itself. I think that's the whole purpose of VNAV. We'll set this guy to 20. That's pretty. I don't know what to set it at. Um, but if any of you guys who fly VFR, that's you, real run, are watching this video and you have watched the whole thing, you can see what kind of stuff people who don't know have to contend with. All right, so I did capture that alt vertical, that V path, and it is descending me down to 27. I think it's going to stop at 27. Not a lot to look at out the window. A lot of cloud cover. And I'm leveling off at 27. And I'm descending again for Blue Jay to Perez. Let's see, it's way up here. Go up. So it's sending me down to my assigned altitude. I didn't know it would do that. So, and we actually want to stay at 27. Well, we'll do 25. We're going westward, so we should be doing 26. So we'll do 24. Of course, ATC would have a lot to say about what I'm doing. 23.9, 24.1, 24. Okay. And it grabbed. Okay, so I can use V now to get me down to 24. I mean, not V now, but vertical speed. The general descent here at 400 feet a minute. Now, why did this guy change to a 4.5 degree pitch? I don't really know. Uh, I guess because I'm so high to get down to 16. Wow, I'm getting to Charlotte a lot quicker than I was expecting. I guess I guess that's because I'm busy. All right, so it should start that descent in time to bottom of descent. So it actually should be in that descent already, right? And fourth flight is smart enough to let me know I need to tune my radio for the ATIS into Charlotte 121.15. And apologies for this being so hard to read. Okay. And I'll select VPath and let's bring that down a little bit faster. And I'll select Let's bring that down to the 16. I'm not sure I remember you guys having to change the out select every time that the aircraft wanted to descend. Okay. And I'm 7,500 feet too high, I think, because my active waypoint is Chris already, and vertical speed. I have, as you can see, I really don't have a clue what I'm doing, but I am headed down. And let's check in with see what our altimeter is going to be when we get the transition altitude. And looks like it's going to be 2989. So we'll file that away in our brain. And let's turn on our radio, see if we're close enough to Charlotte to pick up, see if we can stay, land on our intended runway.
Charlotte Douglas INTL Information Whiskey.
Whiskey.
2000 Zulu weather. Wind 040 at 7, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 3,300 scattered, 7,000 broken, 25,000 broken, temperature 28, dew point 20. Altimeter 2988. Arriving runways 36 right, 36 left, 36 center, departing runways 36 right, 36 center. Advise on initial contact you have whiskey.
All right, so 36 right is what we want to arrive on. The barometer is two.
Charlotte Douglas INTL
Check
Information
this
Whiskey.
off. Back to 2994, and it goes this way to 2985. And then, okay. Back on the power a little bit. And all right, so I'm gonna have to drop it. Vertical speed down. Drop it like it's hot. And now. So I got this yellow here. I don't know what that means. And I do want to put in, let's see. Now, I want an arrival. I mean, approach. Enter. And I want to do an RNAV into 36. right. Enter. And let's just go with vectors. And let's see if we can pull up a chart. All right, so I'm capturing 12. Don't ask me why. Um, um, but all right, so ah, went straight through 12. Alt select 2,000 feet. Capture 11. Don't ask me why it went straight through 12. Vertical canal. And I don't know. Okay. That was way late. Okay, so I think I'm in the Bravo, so I need to slow down to and back into some bumpy weather. See how close to Charlotte I am. There's Kannapolis. Well, I'm sure many of you guys don't know the terrain, so that's no information to you. But if I pull this map up, then here's Charlotte here. And and I didn't give myself, let's see, I wanted to look at the chart to get my minimals, my minimum, but I should have pulled that chart out. Actually, it's funny because I think it's 11:20. Enter. And let's go ahead and activate this guy. And I activated it. Now I don't know where the plane wants to go. VT Lancer 23. Where the heck is Lancer? I don't know. I probably shouldn't have activated that, right? Uh, there's Lancer. So that's where it's going. It's going to Lancer. And hopefully it'll fly me where I need to go and give me the set up these set up these this vertical descent for me. 3.6 right. So and let's put the iPad up. I don't think that's going to help me at this point, unless I want to look at a chart, which I may have that chart in there. Let's check. Charlotte Douglas. That's the airport directory. That's not going to help. And no, don't have it in there. And do I have time to pick it up? To pick it out? Let's see. 4 minutes to top of descent. So 4 minutes should be enough time to be able to find this chart. Three six right R nav and yep, that's the one. Okay. So looks like with Lancer is here. So it's gonna take me to my initial fix where it says 3,000 here, but I think the sim actually says 4,000. So I'm just gonna use what the sim has. Um, and let's check our browser. Okay, let's check our decision height. And so do I use the 927 or the 1229? Um, I am going to use the 1229 for my decision height. And so let's get that set. Um, okay. So I'm at 11.4. Doggone it. I don't know. 4,000 at Lancer. And the top of the descent is in 7 nautical miles. And I'm getting way too slow here. And I am not headed towards Lancer. Because now I'm 30 miles away from Lancer. Okay, so if I go up here and select direct to Lancer, maybe that'll fix my problem, right? All right, direct to, enter. And hopefully that would cause it to fly the rest of the legs. Okay, so now I got 6 minutes before my top of descent. And so I'm trying to figure this out, guys. $32.5. Not okay. So I am counting down. So I am going towards Lancer. 32.2. All right. All right. So what is next? All right. So I was doing something and I got distracted. Was I looking at the chart? Um, so Lancer is south of the field, and I'm up here somewhere. Oh, I was gonna change my decision height. That's what it was. Okay. So let's. And where is that changed at? I may have to re-enter the approach to change that. I think so. Arrival, approach, and I think I do have to select the approach all over again. Procedure, enter, and man, for your sake, mine too. All right, so this is the approach, enter, vectors, enter, barometer, scroll, and 1227 is what I want. So that's 1230. Enter. All right. Load. Okay. Flight plan. And now it wants to take me to snack. I think that's what I'm seeing. Ah, man, look at that. I got the wrong freaking approach. Ah, you guys probably saw that. 3-6 right is what I want, right? Enter. Yep. Vectors. 1230. Enter. Enter. Load. And I should have activated that. I don't know how to activate it. Activate, activate approach. Enter. Flight plan. So let's go direct back to Lancer. Yeah, I'm still counting down. So when I hit activated approach, it must have reactivated it. So 170, 180, and I should straighten out about here. But I'm still in that turn. Bearing. And I need to hit the V now and bring this altitude down. Bring it down to 4. I don't know what effect that's going to have, but I don't want it to not capture it. And vertical nav. Okay, I'm not within 2 minutes. Or maybe it would capture it and bring it down and have me at Lancer at 4 when the time comes. All right, a little bit too fast for my own britches. I always have trouble figuring out this part. And what's my outside temperature? My ice protection can come off. Make sure heat can stay on. And it should start the descent in 32 seconds, I think. And still counting down 8 nautical miles to Lancer. All right, I should start that descent now, but it didn't start. Don't know why. Vertical path. And I've seen it take a minute. And Lancer in 4 nautical miles. I don't understand why it didn't descend. The path is all right. So let's descend. All right. So I'm gonna miss this approach. That's what's gonna happen. Down, drop it like a rock here. 4,000 feet a minute. And I need to get down to 3,000. And I'm going, oh, am I going away from the waypoint? There's Lancer and there's the aircraft. Menu, activate leg. Not that leg. See how I'm struggling with this, guys? Menu, activate this leg. Yeah, I know. I'm sinking way too fast. All right, so now that I'm down to getting down to altitude, I can arrest my rate. And hopefully later. Now I'm supposed to be landing over here on the right. And I'm supposed to be going direct to Sitdu, but I don't see it doing that. So you can see me taking control of the aircraft, trying to help it get back on course. Um, let's see. I tell it 3-6 left? No, 3-6 right. And the approach is just missed. All right, I'm going for the visual.
Autopilot.
I am, in fact, I'm just going to land. Because I honestly don't know what I was doing. I'm too high. I'm at 3,000. No, I can probably make that. No, too high. But let's try it anyway. Nope, that's not. And get rid of this flight director. It's annoying. All right. So let's just do a 360 to to come down here. And too bad I didn't know what I was doing. Don't know how to manage this equipment. And my guess is once I figure it out and it clicks, and I'll be, yep, if I do this, the airplane will do that. Right now, I'm having to do stuff and see what the airplane does. And what it was doing was not flying to my expectations. All right, let's get the landing light on. And forget about talking to tower or changing the radio. I mean, I just been so saturated. See, I should start to see the airport at about at any time. There we go. And I'm on the wrong side. So let me do a side step. I got 10 degrees of flaps in. Let's add another 10 degrees. I see keep saying degrees. I'm not sure that I'm talking degrees here. All right, let's turn our strobes and nav zone. And let's put some gear down. And this is where knowing what the POH says would help because I'm not sure what my V speed is for landing to keep it from bouncing. 2 mile final runway 36 right, according to my happy for flight co-pilot. Okay, more flaps. I think that's flaps 4. Still ain't on the Pappy.
400.
Pappy is coming in.
300.
Let's track that center line now.
200. 100.
out here. Power out. Let it settle. I'll take it. I need to change how long this this landing rate flash. For me, it's on too long. Okay. Sometimes I'm flying and I need to get it off a little bit quicker. Let's start cleaning up. FLTTC, flaps, lights. Trim. And I don't know if I don't think I need to worry about trim here. Well, yeah, I do. Trim. Oh, wait a second. Okay. FLTT and transponder. Uh, why did I hit that? Back. And on. Yeah, that's fine. All right. And ground. Charlotte ground is 0.8 and 121.15. Man, I got a long way to go to be able to fly. Um, all right. And Charlotte ground, Phenom 7566 Mike. Looking for the FBO. Taxi the FBO via Delta. And it's a right on Delta. Clear traffic. Let's see. Down here at Romeo. Yep. So right on Delta past Romeo. Excuse me. Okay, windshield heat come off. And it didn't go quite according to plan, but we got here and we'd have got, well, suffice it to say, we got here. And if it's any consolation, at least I had a fairly smooth touchdown. I should go back and watch that touchdown. I think I will once I get the aircraft stopped. FBO, bomb video. All right. And this is X-plane, so I don't have any marshals. And I wonder if they will put any marshals in the next generation X-plane. I can't see them not doing that because Microsoft Flight Simulator uses marshals. All right, so we'll park right here beside these boys. And one of them disappeared. Apparently, I'm just too close to it. All right, and let's set brakes. Turn off the taxi lights, nav lights, strobe lights, and stop our engines. Seat belts sign can go off. And let's see if we can't get a replay. And just watch the landing. Looked like a good place to start it. But coming out of general aviation, I would not make a good jet pilot just based on simming. What I know how to do is, to some extent, fly the aircraft. Now, the only reason I was able to make such a decent landing because normally, a lot of times when I so we can stop this. A lot of times when I want to land, I force the airplane plane down, and you saw me um, turn away from the airport and descend so that I could bleed out some of that speed. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna stick with trying to learn IFR. I guess I need to watch a few more videos. So that I would do. And let's let these guys out. And my dog wants out. Okay, so so yeah. All right. I enjoyed it. Enjoyed you guys, and until next time.
Y'all come back now. Here.